you want to do a roll call? Melinda? Here. Sadie? Here. Scott?
Here.
Angelica? No. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held on July 16th, 2025. Have you guys all had a chance to look at those? Anybody have any discussion? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held on July 16th, 2025.
I'll second.
And we'll call Melinda. Yes. Sadie?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Discussion of the financial reports for the month of July. $69,000 is what we've. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Which one is she looking at?
I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Let's see.
The 69 one is the,
I didn't print them off.
16 hours for.
Yeah, last year. So,
Yes.
that was
Compare.
last year.
I went ahead and updated it to compare to last fiscal year. August hotel tax, if you guys look at the quarterly, was very, very good. So was July's compared to what we received last year, July and August. So total for fiscal year 26, we've received the 69,000, and I expect to get the September numbers about September 10th, September 11th is usually when they roll in.
Okay. July was really good. I mean,
But-
July, which came in August, was really
Yes.
good. That was the reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I was not looking at the wrong one. So, okay, you guys have questions on that? Okay, we don't need to vote on it.
Nope.
So, then the next item is discussion and action for the Bring Christmas Home and Holiday Drone Show. Megan, Jody, glad you're here.
so, due to the success of last year and the enthusiasm behind last year's Christmas weekend, and due to Ray's having a drone show last summer, and all of the hype that happened with that and the positive comments about their drone show, we got a couple of community members asking like, hey, what if we did that at Christmas? So we thought we would ask. Last year, as far as expenses go, we did pretty well on bringing money in for the event and the money back out for the event. So this would be an add-on for that. So we were covering everything else for the event. This would be on its own, just as an addition on Friday night. And then the light parade would be Saturday night. This will be a 100 drone show. The car shows was around 80 drones. They're giving us a $4,000 discount. And I talked to Norval a little bit today about what we provide. We can give them some ideas of what to create in their drone show, moving pieces, Santa, sleigh, that sort of thing. They do come highly recommended from working with Norval. They're out of Edmond, Dynamic Skies. Anyway,
How long?
it's about 15 minutes.
Okay.
He says that he always adds more in there, but I did reply back and say, are you saying this is this long? And he said yes. I wasn't at the one at the car show, but from the people I've talked to, they said it felt like much longer. I don't know.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I saw a video.
That's comparable to what we used to do for fireworks. I mean, it was a 15 to 20 minute show for about $15,000. So, I mean, it would feel like it's a lot longer.
Yeah.
But,
with all the other activities we have that evening, we're gonna have the soup and stroll again, meet Santa, that sort of thing. So the tree lighting is that night too, so this would be the final finale for Friday night. We think if we publicize this all in Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas, we'll get some people come down to visit family and to stay the night for both nights. So hopefully it'll be a 2-night weekend or 2-night stay. Also, this falls on commencement weekend for Northwestern. So we're already going to have some people in town for that. And we're hoping that they come a little bit early and stay Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. So
Is
they
commencement
can,
Sunday afternoon?
2:30. Yeah.
2:30 on Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
Usually is on.
And they are planning, I believe that they're planning on doing their music, their band and choir program on Thursday night this year rather than Saturday, so it won't conflict with anything that we're doing downtown, but instead it would be kind of the kickoff of the weekend would be that happening at Northwestern and then moving into everything. So it's a potential of people coming in for that event and possibly even staying through.
I love it when we have multiple organizations, entities doing things and it all stacks up together.
So far,
And that
It's
is
really
something-
impactful.
That is something that we asked about as well, was if they would be willing to move their,
Which is a big deal. It's been that way for ever and amen.
yes, so that concert, because it's their holiday gala, and so just, we asked them if they would be willing to move it to a Thursday rather than having it on that Saturday, so that people could, because they have their tree lighting on campus as well,
Right.
and so and they've been willing to do that. And we've spoken with the new band director, and he'd like to be involved with everything that's going on that weekend, bring the band downtown as much as they can. We haven't solidified things on that, but that's something
Yeah,
else.
we'll have a newsletter going out tomorrow morning on that. So it is an exciting time for Alva. This was an event that really did bring everybody together, and all the organizations worked really well together. Don't know on tour of the homes, waiting to hear back if they want to do that Sunday, and then also a Christmas talent show still up in the air, because that didn't make last year, but it would be something we'd like to add.
Are you still doing the bed races?
Yes,
Absolutely.
and already had Norval inquire about that today. So, yeah.
It's fun.
And I will say too, I was on campus today and just getting students signed up for the newsletter so that they know what's going on in Alva, and just kind of reminding them that, hey, we've got, yes, we have an amazing campus and lots of activities going on here, but hey, get connected with what's going on in Alva, because we have a whole community here that wants to embrace you. And so hopefully that will, connect the students to come down.
And they have
For that
putting
as
up the lights last year too, trying to connect those dots too, to get them downtown to see what we got.
I did put a plug in my Ranger Connection class and said, if you want to know what's going on in town, go
Hey.
to the chamber and get their newsletter.
I'll send you the barcode,
Okay.
or the QR code.
Okay,
I'll send you
perfect.
the QR code.
Perfect.
Okay, do you guys have any questions for Megan?
Where
or
are you
Jim?
planning on doing the drone show?
Just doing the same way that Car Show did, in front of, I
You're
think it
going
was
open next year during the car show, was it?
the Beer Co.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't by Car Show, it was by Christmas, but I don't know if it was during Car Show. What about the,
That's the reason I'm asking, is
Yeah.
if they're still open,
yeah, we'll have to
yeah.
block that off for sure at that
And,
time.
yeah.
Or the co-op parking lot back behind, but I don't know if that's too far for them to. Also, we're hoping to have downtown zone possibly finished by then, by Christmas, and that can plug into the drone show and the music and boss music so that it can go out instead of
that's
just be
cool.
centralized. That's we're hoping. Anyway,
I just want to put that out.
yeah, good. No, we'll verify that with Alva Beer Co, make sure they're okay with us blocking that out for a time being, or talk to before we contract anything, we'll talk to Alva
That
Co.
co-op would probably.
Yeah, it's got that, yeah.
They
There's
would
gonna be
care.
too many people trying to fill up the
Yeah.
gas during that time, so
Yeah.
that'd be a big wide open spot for
Yeah.
them to set up.
Yeah.
Probably worth it.
Cool. Okay. Do I have a motion on this proposal?
I'll make a motion to approve the Bring Christmas Home for the Holidays drone show application by the chamber not to exceed 11,000.
Second.
Melinda,
Yes.
Sadie,
Yes.
and Scott.
Well, thank you guys, we appreciate it, and all you do.
So, thank you. That's a really cool idea. Adds something to the
It's gonna be a lot
I got
easier. trying to do fireworks. You don't have to have.
Hit a lot on your plate.
Well, I mean, just from a logistics standpoint,
Yes.
we can't do it anywhere downtown anymore.
Right.
I mean, 2000 was the last place that we did anything downtown, was for the Millennium, and we did it out of the courthouse parking lot. And that probably shouldn't have happened.
Right.
But
Yeah.
It was cool though.
it was the
It
coolest
was
show in
really
the world right there.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
So,
no, that-
okay, next item on the agenda is reports. It says from staff and committee members, but can we go ahead and do the remarks from the Education Foundation? And then, I don't see anybody here from, and then Race, I guess you're first, Norm, you're first.
I'm gonna bring Liz up with me, because those events
all
were tied at the
together,
hip,
yeah.
and so,
So,
we should both
she just,
be
yeah.
here and we can add each other. First off, I just wanna say, I thought everything went fantastic. As far as race goes, you guys, gave us the 7,000 we requested. We used, 5,800 and some dollars of that. So we didn't use it all, so remember that next year. And I want to thank Sadie and Steve for supplying me with some numbers. We were trying to figure out how many people were at these events, but we didn't get anything for some reason, and Megan said that she asked him to measure up on the boulevard on Saturday night. We didn't get any numbers on that. He didn't get any numbers on that. And then the stuff downtown, and I just showed Megan, and she said she was going to call him. It looks like he did not track Flynn Street downtown when we were having all the activities. So the numbers for downtown may be short. I think they're much bigger, actually, when I look at it, because he had none of Flynn Street on his numbers from what he sent on his property overview. Yeah, he more or less split down the courthouse and down the alley behind Graceful Arts.
He can already do all that too, and that's easy. That data is out there, it's just.
Yeah, and that's it. We might, she was gonna call him and see if he would redo it and see if it could be, we could get those others. And if we do, we'll bring some numbers to you, back to you. We can tell you a little bit about, like I said, we don't have any numbers for up on the highway. We do have Thursday and Friday at the nightlight. And they had, and that one is really pretty accurate because they just pinpoint it, do a little bit of a radius to catch the parking lot and stuff, and give you the numbers. And they had 900, and they didn't track Saturday night. But for the 2 nights right there, they had 970 unique visitors and they had overlap. I mean, when you overlap it, they were at about 1,002 or something. But they had 970 unique visitors, different people. This is just kind of fun. They were there 127 minutes on the average. 35% of them had college degrees, and the average age was 28, and 17% were minorities. So that's kind of fun.
That's kind of fun.
Now, when you take what he did track downtown, there was 2,100 visitors downtown on the part he did get, which didn't include Flynn Street from what his drawings show. And so that's still a great number.
Yes.
And that was on, again, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday deal. 2,100 different visitors. I mean, there was more people than that, but there was 2,100 unique visitors. 32% had college degrees. 31 was the average age, and 19% were minorities. So anyway, those kind of fun numbers. But the really cool number, I thought, and you guys were kind of discussing this, but I took it out further because I'm kind of a numbers guy. I took your revenue from last year from sales tax on both July and August at 5%, converted it to 8%, took it, that made the gross, divided it by $121 per room, and I got that off of by going to Holiday Inn Express and seeing what it would cost me to book a room next Friday. $121. In 24, there was 1,587 stays in July, and 1,827 for the August numbers. So, and these numbers almost track percentage the same. Basically, there was 3,369 stays in 25 and 3,768 for what they got in August, which would have been the rest of July. And so basically, your rooms are running double. You're booking twice as many rooms as you did last year. So that is really cool.
That's really
You a higher tax rate and you're booking more rooms. Can't beat that with Steve.
That's excellent.
Liz has more numbers.
Thank you, Nora.
Before I share numbers, just a funny anecdote about the nightlight. I thought I was getting there at a good time, about 10 minutes after 8. Could not find a parking place. So I drive around. I thought, no, don't park on the road because that's not smart. So I go around to the back lot, which both of the lots were well mowed, well lit. And I thought, okay, park where you remember where you are parked and make sure you leave so you don't trip in the dark on the way to your car or step on a snake, and which if I stepped on a snake, they were going to find me passed out in the parking lot. But I walked in the door, there was a line. I didn't have to wait because it took me a little while to park, but I walked in the door and I let my eyes adjust and I looked down, that long bench right as you go in was completely full, and I thought, oh, imagine that. All these young people are out here at 10 minutes after 8. And I looked again and they're all my age. So, yes.
Oh, that's funny.
But that was a great evening. In my mind, the entire weekend was a great evening. I know the Runnymede was rented by the same group of classes from Thursday night through Sunday. They had a ball. We applied for $10,886. We used $9,758.79, not quite all of it. The items that we used those funds for were social media marketing, the postcard mailer and postage for it, goodie bags, supplies for the Goldbug decals that we put in the goodie bags, the Goldbug Foundation brochures, newsgram front and back covers, and a digital ad display that ran 2 weeks there by McClure Agency. In the goodie bags, we had our brochures, the decals, mural brochures, because that was on our bus tour route, and any merchandise that anybody purchased. So once they showed up at registration at Act 1, it was a one-stop shop, and they gathered everything they needed, and away they went. We did have alumni and friends in town Thursday through Sunday, really positive. And Norval spoke about the occupancy rates, which I'm just thrilled about. We had lots of volunteers. For registration, we had 21 helpers over 3 days, and we were at Act 1 Thursday afternoon, most of the day Friday, and all day, well, most of the day Saturday, all morning Saturday until after the parade. So 21 volunteers there. Golf, we had 4 volunteers and 19 4-man golf teams. Well, one was a 5-man golf team. The silent auction, we had 2 volunteers and then a couple of friends that showed up to help them once they got to town. And the silent auction display got moved 3 times during the weekend, so that was a big thing. And the parade, we had a couple of volunteers plus a volunteer color guard. And you all saw on Facebook and in the newspaper our golden bugs, Rose Blanc and Mrs. Benningfield and a 3rd member of their class. They rode around in the parade. I think they looped the parade more than one time in her decorated golf cart, so that was pretty special. I have lots of thank yous to write. I'm still writing. It's a blessing. I'm grateful to have that many to craft. We do have a reunion committee wrap-up meeting a week from tomorrow night at 6. If anybody has any feedback, text me, email me, and I would love to have the feedback. Would love to share anything with the committee. And I just want to thank you all again for believing in this adventure. The first one, the last one was in 2000, which we think was the first all-school reunion. One of the topics for the committee wrap-up will be, can we do this sooner than the next 25 years? Let's set a regular interval. I hope everybody else feels that way too. But we couldn't have done it without you all. The foundation does have dollars, but most of it is endowed so that the interest earnings support our mini grants and our scholarships and things like that. So we didn't have money like this to do. So it was wonderful that y'all would underwrite the tourism side. And we do appreciate it very, very much. We also could not do it without an army of volunteers and without local alumni jumping on board. So my appreciation to all of you. You had anything?
No, it was great. It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Thank you guys for your hard work, and tell your whole committee. We really appreciate that. And it's such a great thing for Alva.
Oh, it was so awesome to see the square full
Yep.
for 3 days.
Yep.
Loved it.
Any questions for them?
That was good today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to go back now to item 6. Steve, do you have any comments?
Yeah, I'll pass this around. This is a thank you note that came in from Nescatonga
Okay.
Council. Had a good council meeting on Monday. One of the really big, cool things to come out of that was the Blue Peak franchise agreement, which is going to bring fiber to Alva. And its speeds are just going to be great. I mean, their minimum package is 1 gigabyte, and it's only going to be $55 a month. Compared to, I don't know what everybody's paying for Optimum and AT&T and everything else, but that fiber, that 1 gig a month, $55,
Wow.
pretty good deal. So, I'm excited about that. They said it'd probably be at least 12 to 18 months before they get the entire town done. I forget how many miles they said of underground they're going to do, but most of it's going to be aerial, hanging on the highline poles. Like I said, that's a big deal. And then the ADA, we have a grant for $100,000 for LED light upgrades. And so we decided to do one ball field out at the rec center. And it's only going to cost the ADA $30,000. The total for the project's $130,000. And we just didn't want to let that grant go to waste. And that's $100,000 in free money. Plus we had a $5,000 rebate for putting that one field, just that one field of LEDs, and it'll be nice. It'll be cool. And I think once we see one field how good it looks with LEDs, we might start seeing some more donations and stuff step up to do the other fields.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it'll make a huge difference. But so those are two big things that happened, and they're going to be great. Both those things will be great. So, and that's all I got.
Any other comments from board members? Any remarks from anybody else? Okay, it's 5 till 6 and I adjourn the meeting.